Okay, well, welcome to Atlantis episode 15,
Yay. Yay. Welcome.
where it's apparently a Jubilee.
Yep.
Which means shiny purple pants for Fallaron.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I still don't have any armor because I destroyed it all in the last episode, if you recall, so I'm armorless.
My armor is still partially damaged from the Phantom Skeleton I had to face.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
So how is your net connection now? Is it better?
Well, you guys are both moving at normal speed, so that's good.
That's a good sign.
That's a good sign. Right. So what's our plans for today?
I was going to get started on the sorting system, which I
Right.
think will go into the Dome 2B or whatever we're calling that one.
Oh yeah, sure. You can use it for
Okay,
that.
so what are we going to do about this arena then?
The arena we may need another dome for, Fallaron. Of course, I have to point you out for that one.
Yes, well, he's the
Yeah.
Dome Master. Also, we'll need an underwater house. So I presume we're going to adapt the ship into the underwater hotel. That seems to be the natural thing to do.
The ship should definitely be the hotel. We can have a rail system going over to it, and maybe we can turn either the temple or somewhere in the village into the underwater house.
I'm, to be honest, quite happy to build an underwater house.
Just as it, like from
Just
scratch.
as it is, yeah. Just use the materials and get on with it.
All right.
So I guess that's what we're going to do.
You want to build it outside one of these doors here?
That would be the plan.
Very good.
Okay, so Fallaron, what are you doing for this episode then?
I was just thinking of starting to dig a tunnel over to the temple. Actually, I'll go check that. Check out the place there.
Okay.
Wade over there and probably dig it back. Actually, not over there.
Okay, so viewers, if you want to decide which of our channels to watch now,
You can
I'm
only
going to be
watch
doing
one. Yeah.
I'm going to be doing redstone work. Darzzr is going to be building a house, and for the podcast version, you can watch Fallaron.
Yes, exactly. Well, building a
I've
dome
picked up
is not
these leaves,
exactly
incidentally, so that I
much more
can
interesting.
clear some space in the water.
So
Do you know,
you're
for
moving
for old
sorting
time's
system-
sake, I'm going to be using netherrack to build this house.
Very good. Very good.
Very good.
Yay! Soap dispenser time.
You're moving the
Well, I'm not going to
sorting
build a whole
system
soap
upstairs,
dispenser,
right?
but-
Yes.
All right. Does the train station have to be under the dome as well?
I don't think we can. Well,
No,
we
I
definitely
believe it
can't
only
build
has
the
to be
entire rail
underwater.
system.
I don't think it has to actually be in a dome.
All right. So I'm.
So if you can manage to make an open roofed rail station underwater, that would be pretty cool. Be a pain to get through customs there, but be cool.
Yeah, and the rails would constantly wash away.
Depends how you build it, really.
I don't know.
It is possible to have underwater rails.
Doesn't sound like a good idea.
That's not necessarily many things in Minecraft are not a good idea.
Now, of course, the first thing that I've immediately forgotten is the whole breathing question. I need to
Again?
make sure I have some means of breathing under
That
the
is a
water.
problem.
Yeah, we still need to. I don't think I've ever seen respiration come out of this enchanting table.
It's probably been disabled just to be annoying. Not that you can do that on a map like this, but
On vanilla, anyways. Yep, protection 1. There we go.
so what's been going on lately? I believe you got some fan art. Are we going to mention this?
Yeah, we got some fan art from a guy by the name of Darubba Ducky, which is their Minecraft name, not their YouTube name. I'm gonna put that on the. I'm just going to put that on the screen, and people can make of it what they will, because I'm not entirely certain.
What
Now,
you're making of it?
He sent me the link, and I've deliberately not looked at it until this recording, so I have absolutely no idea what it's going to look like.
Care to be something.
You're gonna look at
I'm
it now, then?
somethinged all the time. Oh dear, down to half a heart. Let me go into this safe
That's quite a
doorway, and
reaction
I
to it.
will at this point have a quick look at the fan art. Hang on, I'm looking at the fan art.
That's what I thought.
Really is lying, and I particularly enjoy the mushroom because nobody's actually come up with a way to make that mushroom grow, but I'm glad it's been depicted. Yeah, that's
I'm sure
definitely
there are
lying.
ways.
What is that you're actually drinking? Is that a chicken you're drinking?
I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's a potion, but I'm really not certain.
It's a potion. I think it's a potion.
Speed potion.
I presume that's meant to be you lying, given the very accurate
swastika?
representation of your real life clothing.
It's blue. That more or less works. Yeah.
So it's a Finnish swastika.
So it's also a more domey dome than we have.
Yeah, I think that's very good.
Yeah.
And,
So
I think you should feel very, very proud.
So thank you, Rubber Ducky, for that one. And once again, if anyone has any fan art, feel free to send it in to remembercomic@gmail.com.
And yes, don't forget I die quite a lot. That's a clue. You might want to depict that.
Just so you know, though, there doesn't have to be a swastika on it for it to be shown.
No, it doesn't. In fact, by and large,
ideally avoid it.
By and large, yeah, we prefer the ones without the swastikas, but
not because we're prejudiced against Nazis, but no, actually because exactly we are prejudiced against Nazis.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, don't go down that hole again.
Just don't.
Never bring up that topic around lying. You know, he just digs and digs and digs. Right.
You should mention that. That's exactly what I'm doing right now.
Well, there you go.
If anyone finds some sand, that would be awesome.
I wonder where we could find some sand.
Alright, train station is built.
Really?
That was fast.
Yeah. I don't
even
think
one
that,
episode
is that
yet.
a proper train station with proper trains?
Yeah.
That,
Where am I looking
you know,
at this?
Right here.
Where?
I know I'm going to have to build somewhere.
Where is right here?
Right where I am.
That doesn't help, Mr. Disembodied Voice.
Outside dome number 1. It's like in television. See? This is the train station.
I see. See, there seems to be a distinct lack of trains.
Yeah, well. They're not in all the time. Sometimes they have to go places.
There seems to be a
That's
distinct
the
lack
art.
of rail tracks as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's British Rail.
It's British Rail. They have no rail tracks.
As someone
British
from
Rail hasn't
Darlington,
existed
home
for
of the trains, I think I'm obligated to say you're all being very mean.
I'm not being mean. I'm
Not
just
really,
saying.
no.
I'm just a tourist.
mean,
As someone who
you could be
spent far too long actually trying to travel on trains in Britain, I don't think it is particularly mean to say that A, there aren't enough of them, and B, the ones that are there are either dirty or they are run in such a way that you just want to punch somebody.
Alright, that sounds like good trains.
Sounds like you've been on the wrong kinds of trains to me.
What trains do you go on then?
National Rail,
ones.
usually. Fairly good quality ones, I'd say.
Are you sponsored
Better than
by
you're, better,
Darlington
better than
Trains
you're
Limited
describing,
or
at
something?
least.
Oh, is this a sponsored message?
This is a
No, it
sponsored,
isn't.
sponsored content from Lying in Bedmon, the
Yes,
train.
Bedmont Inc. train service.
Yes. I have no overall plan for the shape of this house. I'm simply going where the netherrack leads me. This is a strategy
So hell,
that's
basically.
That's always helped you out.
it's always worked for me. It's always worked for me.
Well, whatever works, works, I suppose. Technically.
And I
logically.
really should have got some shears. It's shears you use to get the leaves back, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I'll go and get
Very,
some.
very quickly. Faster than most things in creative mode, I think. And there's the quartz.
Let me just check.
We're needing that
No,
bit.
we haven't.
Which is fast, if you think about it.
If I think about it, I think
Yeah.
that's fast by rate.
Faster than creative mode is very fast.
Oh, hello, Slimy. Die, Slimy.
That's no way to talk about Fallaron. Well, I suppose it is, but yeah. Don't talk about Fallaron as calling him just Mr. Slimy.
No, that would be Growloff's pet, wouldn't it? Squiggy. Although if memory serves, he died to falling damage.
Yeah.
Are you saying that Fallaron is Growl's pet?
I think by now he has had like 5 or 6 of them. If I'm not
And
mistaken.
you're the latest one.
If I'm not
And
mistaken.
you're the latest one.
No, it's been a while.
Do we not have any iron anymore?
We do. How much do you need?
I just want to make shears.
There are shears in the chest in the
Yeah, in the-
farming
in the-
district.
Really?
How else do you get from? How else do you get wool from sheep?
Well, that's true, but I didn't realise that you'd actually put shears there.
Convenient location, I'd say. Yep. 194 or 238.
Is that the price?
I hope not.
194, 248.
But
Alright.
that is a good question. Do we not have iron anymore?
No, we have iron. It's just I'm carrying most of it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, right.
I'm going to need it for Halbers.
That's Bedmon ink iron, isn't it? It's a bit like Reeves and Mortimer iron, isn't it?
A little bit. At least it's not stainless steel. Although steel would be very handy around here.
Yeah, with all the water. That would really work well.
Steel doesn't rust, for those who are wondering how that's relevant.
Well, it rusts slowly, doesn't it?
Yeah, I suppose truly speaking, everything rusts, but it's just a matter of how quick.
Isn't it the basic principle? Now this is where I'm gonna stick my neck out here. Isn't the principle of stainless steel being that it uses a sacrificial metal to corrode first?
Basically, it's a little more complex than my knowledge of chemistry allows for. But the way that rust essentially is metals being binding with the oxygen in the air, which is extremely reactive, and therefore
Yes.
it becomes something else. Whether that then means that it's going to change into a new material, or at least a material that becomes detrimental to the object, is something I'm not entirely certain of.
Well,
But
I read
oxygen is one
about
of the
this.
oxygen is
and-
one of the most reactive
It is.
materials in the
It
world.
is.
So
But if you take a metal which, say, reacts with oxygen at a certain rate, and you put it next... Shut up. And if you put
What are
it
you
next
laughing
to...
about?
We're actually talking about science for once.
You guys are doing great.
And if you put it, connect it to a metal that reacts with oxygen at a faster rate, then the oxygen will preferentially react with the one that reacts with at a faster rate. It's because of it actually creates like a flow of electrons to there, and they actually use this to stop pipes corroding. But that's basically, I believe, the way stainless steel works. That you take the steel and then you create an alloy with a sacrificial metal already in it, so that the steel doesn't actually corrode.
I think I just made one of the most tremendously elemental errors one. Goodbye, Darzzr. One of the most tremendously elemental errors one could possibly make when building a storage system.
You forgot to put any
I've
chests in it.
I didn't bring any chests, no.
Well, that doesn't
So
seem to be an
I'm
enormous
now
problem.
just
You just
stood
go and
in
get some, can't you?
I now just stood in a 3-block deep hole with no chests. And my inventory is full to boot.
There we go. Right, let me sort myself out. We're making a pig's ear of this, aren't we? One way or
Are we?
another.
Do the pigs even have ears?
Pigs have, of course, they have ears. How do you think
Well,
they
no,
hear
I was thinking our pigs. They
When you
have
train a
snouts,
pig-
and they have pixely ears, but that's about the extent of it.
Put lipstick on it.
Yeah, now that's something that I think most
Well,
people
let's say we
can
have
get
clay
behind.
and we have clay and we do happen to have some rose red dye, so we could try making lipstick.
Right, well then we can achieve Fallaron's optional challenge of putting makeup on a pig.
Mm-hmm. Still a pig, though.
Well, yeah, I mean that it
Well,
wouldn't,
yes,
it
doesn't
wouldn't
change
dilute
its
your pleasure.
species.
Isn't that the Sarah Palin thing? That they said? If you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig?
I'm
No.
pretty sure that phrase predates Sarah Palin.
Yeah, but
yes.
it's the one they used. in that context, but I think he was actually talking about something.
I think
Different.
no, sorry, wasn't it something like? I don't think it was lipstick on a pig. I think it was lipstick on a pit bull or something like that. That's
Oh.
what the phrase that she used. I'm not sure about this, but I think that I don't think it was pig.
We're avoiding saying a lot of things today, aren't we?
What? Well,
What are we avoiding?
Well, but we're being careful with what we say.
well, why?
Well,
We're not
Darzzr
normally
and I,
careful?
at least.
Yeah.
I haven't been talking about the right or the Führer.
You have. You most certainly have.
Only in relation to the fan art we received.
Yeah, and then you started saying about how great it was, and that you thought.
You even showed some fake made-up fan art that you draw.
I can tell you
You
that
drew
was
it.
definitely not my
Doesn't
fan
it?
art.
No, I can tell.
No. You don't draw as well as that. But
Oi.
Oh.
I'm not trying to take that.
actually, yeah, I did forget actually that you are a sort of an artist. You know, you are an artist.
A sort of an artist.
I was just thinking of the two Ronnies. They did that sketch. So I won't go into all the details of that one, but it just as a bit where Ronnie Corbett describes someone as saying he's a sort of an artist. I don't know.
You're more than sort of an artist. Don't worry.
5 years, I'd hope so. Going on 6 at this one, actually.
Do not worry. It's all good.
You're 6 now, are you?
My webcomic is.
You actually have a webcomic?
6 years.
Yeah.
You've never
It's-
seen this webcomic?
How have you not heard of this?
Because we've only known you because you contacted us to be in your Ways to Die in Tech It video. You never, I don't think you ever at any point said that you had a webcomic.
Sure. You realize my channel is called Remember Comics, right?
Yeah, I just thought that was because you were into comics.
Yeah, that is
Okay,
actually a good
fair
reason.
point there, actually. Granted.
But
Okay,
yeah,
well, yes, if you go to remembercomic.co.uk, I have a webcomic that has been running since November of 2007.
And what's it about?
Um,
I don't
good
think you can tell
question.
us.
If I had to put a spin on it, I'd say
Does Hitler appear in it?
no, he does not. Nor does any character remotely like him.
Does Fallaron appear in it?
no.
No,
How
because
does
I didn't
Fallaron
know
know
Fallaron
that
when I
if he-
started.
So, okay, so imagine, just for the sake of argument, that you're dealing with someone who's never heard of this webcomic before. How would
Mhm.
you describe it? What is your sales pitch?
It is a fantasy webcomic in the style of Order of the Stick, but it mostly deals with much more mature themes as well as much more complex art.
Right. Now, imagine, just for the sake of argument, you're dealing with someone who's never heard of Order of the Stick. What is that about?
You're doing this very
This
well,
could go on
Darzzr, I
forever.
have to say.
Order of the Stick was a well, I suppose it technically still is. It's still technically running. Was a Dungeons and Dragons webcomic which ran with a stick figure style, which was unique to it in that it had bodies and faces and such, and it also dealt
Right.
with similarly mature themes, but
Right.
mine tends to deal with a bit more with it
Now,
a bit more.
assuming, for the sake of argument, you're dealing with someone who's never heard of Dungeons and Dragons before.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
then
know.
you're not officially living under a rock.
Who's never heard of Dungeons and Dragons? Well, yeah, I admit, there might be people.
Alternate universe Darzzr apparently hasn't heard of Dungeons and Dragons.
I
No,
have.
no, keep going.
We've
What's
even
Dungeons
talked
and
about it
Dragons
before
about?
in here.
I'm sure we've talked about it before in here.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, I think we.
I'd be
I think it
surprised if we
came
hadn't.
up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, his name is Remember Dungeons and Dragons.
No, it isn't.
Well, what is it then?
Well, my name is Lying in Bed One.
It's amazing that that is your actual legal name now.
It may as well be, but no. I do actually respond a lot better these days to lying than anything else.
That must make it very interesting to deal with the police.
Little bit. Fortunately, I don't encounter them very
Do you
often.
mind stepping out of the car, Mr. Embedmon?
Oh, sure, just call me Lying.
He's a liar.
Are you trying to be funny, sir?
Only on
I can
camera,
imagine
sir.
it now.
This is what I always think of when celebrities give their children funny names, and it's not they've got to go through their whole life having the piss taken out of them because of it. It's simply there's going to come a point when they're stopped by the police and have to give their name, and it's going to cause endless trouble.
Oh, yeah, undoubtedly.
And I don't. Oh dear. That said, the royal baby name, George Alexander Louis.
That's
pretty
pretty
boring.
much as that's
It's
fairly boring.
exactly
That's
as
about
everybody
English and,
predicted,
like
but-
standard name as you could get.
It is. I wanted just for once. Normally, I'm a big proponent of standard names. You know, not coming up with silly names. Says the guy that calls himself Darzzr. But if you're going to name a baby, I generally would say go with a good, tried and tested name. Don't put your kid through needless hassle or embarrassment just because you want to be different. On the other hand, if you're a royal, I think you have a certain obligation to set a trend. And what would have been so wrong with King Darzzr, for instance? I think they should have. I mean, they could have named the
King
baby after
Darzzr.
me.
Of all the things you could possibly think to say, you went with King Darzzr.
I don't think anything's wrong with that at all. I think that would be an excellent name for a royal baby. I mean,
So you
even
you wanted
King
you
Lion
wanted to be
Bedmon would have been
you wanted
better
to be a
than-
trendsetter for the royalties.
I think I am. I've got a YouTube
There
channel
you are.
with Minecraft on it, which I think before any of the royals have. And,
Fortunately, although they would get a lot of hits very quickly if they
Yeah,
started doing
yeah.
Minecraft videos.
Yeah, I'd like to see them on Minecraft. Actually, that'd be quite fun.
The colonists. So, zombies are shut up.
He said
Shut up,
zombies are shut up.
zombies.
I don't know
Hooray.
what these zombies are that he's talking about. Assume for a minute that you're talking to someone who's never heard of zombies before.
Okay, we're getting into another living under a rock scenario. then.
Well, actually, I'm probably not the right person to explain what zombies are to you because I'm not one of the people who knows a lot about zombies, except they're dead and they want to kill me.
No, they're not actually dead. They're undead.
Ah, you see. Now, you're learning stuff, aren't you, Fallaron?
See?
See, this is why it's good to bring up these questions. Fallaron thought that they were actually dead, but they're not. And
Yeah, well,
as
I
Alan
believe we'll-
Partridge,
I
we've
believe
got
we
that
may
Alan
have to wait
Partridge
until
film out. Has anybody
So-
seen Alpha Papa yet? They won't have done because it hasn't come out yet. Time
Yeah,
of
that's
recording.
kind of a silly question there.
I don't know. You might have been on the production team or something.
Although
Maybe
we may
you
have
did
to wait
some
until the next
comics for it?
episode to explain exactly what that is.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Cliffhanger. That's totally cool.
Oh, is it an
Yep,
episode
so-
already?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Remarkably.
Yeah, you've been talking our ear off, and there's a new episode.
Well, we've learned what zombies are. Wow.
So I have dug a hole and I'm filling it with chests at the moment. So
Well,
I
Yes.
have a
it's all,
chamber
like,
made of netherrack, but it is gradually growing, and I will be turning it into a house.
And I'm digging a tunnel.
hey,
And
catch-
will be for the
next
next
time.
few episodes, so go watch the other two guys.
Continue the podcast.
All right.